Alright, so today I wanted to show you how to go past the blue energy wall on Plains of Eidolon. Now to do that you're going to need Captura, and you're going to use the camera from the Plains of Eidolon Captura scene to go past the blue wall. Now there's a second wall that was, I think, specifically designed to block the camera, but you can go past that as well. Now I would advise against doing this because it takes way too long. Like the recordings from this video were just, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours long, and they were cut and sped up in this video. And also, I've done exploring off camera because I had to find the point where you can glitch out of the map and go past the wall that was designed to stop the camera. So yeah, do this if you are just infinitely curious and you want to go even further out than I went, because at one point the game's just going to crash. So there's literally nothing more to see. You're going to see that it's basically empty at one point. And also, if anyone at DE is watching this, I'm asking you to not block this, and to not patch this, because it's what keeps some players into the game and playing the game. Because this is why I still play Warframe. Like, this is all I did. I was glitching out of La Runda and trying to explore different places, and I've got screenshots of that, and it's just interesting. It just lets you see how the game's built. So yeah, I'm asking you to not patch this, because if somebody's got the dedication to do it, they should be able to do it. It takes a while, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, I guess here it is. This is what happens when you go past the wall on Plains of Eidolon. So I'm gonna start out right behind the door, and I'm gonna go towards Cetus. Now you're gonna see that Cetus is gonna be way lower resolution than it is normally. Now that's because it helps with optimization. Nobody's gonna see this up close, so nobody's gonna see that, I don't know, there are NPCs missing or the textures aren't as detailed or anything like that. So you can see that you can still see the huts and like the rocks and everything like that, and the lamps and, you know, that metal tower, whatever that is. But you can see that everything's low resolution. There wasn't much point in going and in between the huts. You can still see them and you can still walk there, but there's no door towards Onko. I think that's what his name is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm heading towards the balloons, and you're going to see that the balloons render like grass. They are basically 2D images, and they face your perspective, so they sort of turn towards the player. Now the closer you get to them, the more detailed they get, but that stops at one point. There's no point in making them high resolution, because there's no player that's going to get this close to them anyway when they're playing Plains of Eidolon. Now I'm heading towards the tower, and I'm just going to speed up the footage until we get to the tower. Now unfortunately this is a barrier that stops you from going any further out, so I'm going to have to find another way to get to the tower. Then I started heading for the ocean to see if there was a barrier there. Now unfortunately there was, and so I kept looking for a place that didn't have a barrier. Right, so now I'm on the opposite side of the map, and sort of like opposite to the sea. So now I went below the ground, and I think I went below the barrier. That's what I think happened. Now I started heading for a shape I saw in the distance. I wanted to see if that's a 3D object or just some 2D shape. It turns out it was a 2D shape. Now this took so long, I had to tape together some coins and put them on the keys of my keyboard, and I just started watching Netflix because this was taking so long. These videos are like 2000% sped up. So now that we're at this point, still recording, the menu doesn't work. You can't open the captura menu. You can sort of quit the game, so it puts the cursor up in the corner, and then you sort of exit, but there's no menu that pops up, so if you press escape, nothing's gonna happen. So the only way to get back to Warframe right now is just restarting the game. This just shows that there's so much more to Warframe than just farming relics and arcanes and new prime parts and whatever, or slicing enemies in half or trying out a new build. So trying to get that fucking resource that doesn't fucking spawn because RNG on plays of Eidolon, or arguing with other players. There's really interesting bits to Warframe, such as glitching out of the map. The Warframe is a game where glitching out of the map is relatively easy. And this, to me, seeing how the game's built is much more interesting than just, you know, slicing an enemy in half. Like that, even that in itself, I like seeing the inside of the enemy a lot more than actually just slicing it in half and just seeing that. I just want to see the textures of what's it made of inside. I think that's much more interesting. And yeah, I guess this was it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you think this video deserves a like, then I know, please like it. And I don't know, if you want to see this type of content, even though it's not very regular, it takes me a while to upload, consider subscribing. And yeah, thanks again for watching and take care.